Welcome back again to Joe Stunner Boxing. I hope you're doing well. There was much to admire on the latest DAZN card, headlined by Lawrence Okolie and opposing Michel Cieslak. He was the challenger, Cieslak from Poland. Much to admire on the card, but unfortunately the main event, the WBO Cruiserweight title defence by Okolie, was not something to admire, because the whole thing was this mauling, grappling, wrestling, messy, rabbit punching sort of debacle, really. I didn't enjoy the fight at all. Okolie won a comfortable decision, but did not look impressive doing it. And he seems, his last two fights, his title winning fight and his first defence, he looked under Shane McGuigan as if he was putting it all together. He has a lot of tools in his box, but he looked like he was taking the right ones out to use at the right time. His punching was better, he was flowing better, he was controlling the distance better. All of that went out the window in this fight. And you can sum up this fight with one sentence, and that sentence would be Lawrence Okolie looking for the big right hand. That was it. Okay. In the first round, Cieslak, who looked much smaller, Okolie's a huge cruiserweight. I mean, he's boiling himself down to cruise. He's very, very big. Cieslak was game, did a lot of mauling and wrestling himself. In the first round, Okolie caught him with a very big right hand. Had it not been for the fact that Cieslak was up close with Okolie and also had his back to the ropes, he would definitely have gone down. He sagged against the ropes, then grabbed Okolie, and the referee didn't call it a knockdown. I would have done, because I think the ropes kept him up effectively. But it was a huge right hand. And after that, it seemed that Okolie's attitude was, okay, I've stung him badly in the opening minute or two. I'm going to knock him out with this right hand. And that's all he did. He just poured with his jab. At times, he stuck his left hand out, just like a rangefinder. It was so obvious. You're constantly looking for the right hand. When he did jab, they were singles, never doubles. As someone who's much the bigger man, taller, longer range, longer reach, you would expect him to vary his work, leave Cieslak on the end of the left hand, body to head, you know, control the range. He didn't even do that. It was, whenever they got close, they were falling in, tying each other up. With Okolie, it was tying the guy up. With Cieslak, it was mostly rabbit punching. Just a really scrappy, lousy, ugly fight. And okay, sometimes you got to win ugly, and I guess that's what Okolie did. Cieslak was his mandatory challenger. Michel Cieslak had a lot of fans in the audience, you know, big Polish contingent. But I don't know, I don't imagine they were very impressed. One of the judges only had Okolie ahead 2 points. I think the other had 4 points ahead. Cieslak was floored. Guess what? It was a right hand in the 5th round. So that kind of punctuated the performance for Okolie, but it didn't detract from the fact that this was a scrappy fight and a scrappy win. And Cieslak looked to me like, I don't know, he was mandatory contender, maybe a top 12 cruiser. He didn't look anything special, maybe sort of fringe world level. Didn't really bring much to the party, but neither did Okolie, and that's really disappointing. There was talk afterwards that Okolie had put on a lot of weight and had to come down. Didn't really seem to affect him. He seemed to go the distance okay. But Christ, did he win ugly? Jesus. So, you know, what do we make of it? Onwards and upwards, I suppose. But it does feel like a step back for Okolie after those two good performances. Really, you know, where he seemed to have come of age. This was a return to, you know, when he fought Matty Askin and he had that dreadful British title fight. And again, he won, but he's so big for the weight. And he's not going to enjoy that luxury if he does move up to heavyweight. He won't be able to fight like this at heavyweight. They'll just ragdoll him. But while he's at cruiser, yeah, he can throw these guys around, maul them, wrestle them, win ugly, I suppose, but it ain't going to win you many fans. So anyway, a successful second defence of the WBO Cruiserweight title by Lawrence Okolie. Michel Cieslak went the distance. I suppose it's a moral victory for him. He'd only lost to Iluna Makabu before. That was on points. Over in the Congo, of all places. Jesus, this guy travels. But probably a European level fighter. Okolie against Bradis. What do you think? I mean, I don't know. I'd pick Bradis in that fight, but Okolie's size, yeah, that's the one thing that, big advantage he has. If he makes the weight comfortably and he retains his strength, he's going to be able to maul anyone. But it wasn't a great fight. I don't think it was very entertaining. What did you think? Did you see it? If so, leave your comments below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It only takes a second to hit the button. Hit that subscribe button. We'll try and build the channel up. If you like the video, hit the like button. Thanks for your time as always. Take care of yourselves, and we'll speak again. Hopefully, we'll talk about a bit of a better fight next time. Let's see. Take care.